Now we turn to an I-Team exclusive. His family says he was used as a human battering ram. And an internal N.Y.P.D. report about the fatal police shooting of a Good Samaritan is now raising new questions about if and when cops should enlist civilians to help them. Our investigative reporter Sarah Wallace joins us now with new details she's learned. Sarah?
And David, that's not the only controversy in this case. It's how Ralph Laureano Sr. died. His family says the story's changed. And why did it take more than 2 years for an internal firearms discharge report to be completed? The NYPD says it can't comment because the family has filed a civil lawsuit.
It's wrong. For sure. They killed my father.
The I-Team spoke to an emotional Josie Laureano and her brother at the Brooklyn gym where their dad, Raphael Laureano Sr., a competitive bodybuilder, worked out daily, including on September 29, 2014, hours before he died from a perforating gunshot wound to the back. Official manner of death, homicide by police. His children say they were misled from the beginning.
They told me that, my father had passed from stab wounds.
Stab wounds.
That he suffered, yes. They never mentioned that he was shot or anything like that.
By all accounts, Laureano was a good Samaritan who helped police responding to a 911 call kick in the front door. Inside, a woman Laureano knew was hiding in a bathroom with her 2 children, screaming her ex-boyfriend was trying to kill them with a knife.
They used him as a
battering ram. They needed a battering ram. He was a big guy, and they used him as a battering ram.
Private investigator Eddie Dowd was hired by Laureano's children after they said they couldn't get straight answers from the NYPD about the bloody scene that later unfolded here. These are photos taken from inside the apartment.
They absolutely listen. They say they can't get the door kicked in.
This internal NYPD firearms discharge report obtained by the I-Team confirms that. One officer stating he and Mr. Laureano were still kicking the door when it gave in and swung open. The family attorney thinks that never should have happened.
What went wrong was you can't use a civilian to knock down a door. That's the bottom line.
The attorney claims seconds later, cops accidentally shot Laureano in the back and tried to cover it up by saying the suspect stabbed him.
They say that they told Laureano to stop from running in. They tried to grab him. They essentially blame Laureano himself for what eventually happened to him.
The report quotes one officer as saying the suspect attacked Mr. Laureano and began swinging the knife at him and stabbed him. The autopsy notes no stab wounds, just one gunshot.
Yeah, I don't like that they lied about that because it just means to me that they're hiding something.
I think what they did was negligent and it was irresponsible.
But NYPD officials found no violation of department firearms policy. The only criticism that officers should have been more assertive to limit the involvement of Mr. Laureano during the incident. The recommendation, retraining on tactics. John Shane is a professor at John Jay College on police tactics who reviewed the report.
Should they use a civilian in this kind of situation?
In this situation, the answer is yes. It's a catch-22 situation where police are facing either risk the individual who's trying to help them, risk his safety, or risk the safety of the person behind that closed door who is screaming for help. I don't see a violation of any policy.
It seems like just a slap on the wrist and go about your business.
To me, it's like they just go about their lives.
And you don't?
The law department for New York City has filed a response denying all of the allegations against the officers. A spokesman adding the incident was unfortunate, but there was no negligence. The police tactics expert, John Shane, says he believes this tragic case will now become a training tool for departments across the country. By the way, the woman and her 2 children inside the apartment were not hurt. Natalie?
All right, Sarah, thank you.
If you have a story you'd like the I-Team to check out, call our tip line at 866-NEWS-244 or email us at tips@NBCNewYork.com.